If you are in the market to buy a home, perhaps your head is reeling a little bit, not quite sure when you should go ahead and put that money down. Is it a good time to buy? How do you lock in the best interest rate? On and on the questions can go. So lucky for you, we'll try to answer a number of those for you this morning. Bruce Dodd is here, ChattMortgage rather. Good to see you, my friend.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm good. I had a little technical difficulty there for a second, so
That's okay.
I hope you weren't asking me a very specific question that I answered with how you doing.
That's
so
okay.
I apologize.
Well, I'll apologize to you then. We're even. We begin the interview even because you recently rebranded. You're now ChattMortgage, like your website has been for all of these years. So it's nice to see that happen for you.
Yeah. So no, it's a good thing. We're kind of the same people. We just got a little different name. Sitting in the same place, doing the same stuff. It's just we've always been ChattMortgage, and it was just kind of an opportunity to really show the marketplace where our focus is, which is Chattanooga.
That's your here.
And so well, I've always been ChattMortgage, like from a website and a email address. It was just an opportunity for us to show, hey, this is where we do business. So that's kind of why we made the change.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a minute, because since you are here doing business, you and I were chatting a little bit about where we do take the conversation this morning. And you said it really is important because you're getting a lot of people talking to you saying, you know, I think I'm just going to wait for the market to drop a little bit, let the housing prices drop some. And that's not really your advice, but you don't want people to think you're trying to take them for a ride.
Yeah, so, what we've seen in the marketplace to a degree from some prices that people list houses at is sort of an aspirational price. So I'm not going to say you may not see how a price on an individual house be a little different. But what I think you're going to see from a market standpoint is, if there's the thought that, hey, we're headed back to a 2008 type situation, well, let's talk about what the 2008 situation was. In 2008, we had more than a year's worth of inventory for sale at any given time. And let me put that in perspective. Right now we have less than 2 months worth of inventory. So there were 6 times as many houses for sale back in those days when things got really out of control. There were 6 times as many houses for sale than there are today. And so we're not building a bunch of houses or not just throwing houses on the market left and right. So when you think about the price of anything, it's driven by 2 things. How much of it is there and how many people want to buy it. And so if there's a lot of inventory out there, then prices go down. We'd have to have 6 times as much inventory as we have right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yes. And while you were talking, my mathematical wheels were spinning. So let's say that right now you can get a house for $300,000. I don't even know what are interest rates right now, Bruce?
Interest rates are around 7%. So interest rates have kind of doubled from what we saw them, 6 months ago.
Okay.
So interest rates have absolutely gone up.
Okay. But
however, let's think about this concept. I would tell people, and you hear a lot of people saying this isn't a Bruce Doddism, but what you really want to do is you want to divorce rent, you want to marry a house, but you want to date the rate. Because if you put off buying a house, a $300,000 house today, even if appreciation goes way down and it goes to less than 4%, you're going to be looking at paying somewhere north of $310,000 for that house a year from now.
That's where I was headed.
You don't have to lock in an interest rate forever.
Right.
You can always refinance when things go down.
Right.
But if you put off buying a house, more than likely, most houses are going to be considerably more a year from now 2 years from now? You know, we saw for about 20 years appreciation in Chattanooga, including 2008. If you include 2008, over a 20-year period of time, houses were going up on average by about 4%. And if you want to look at the numbers, check out the Greater Chattanooga Association of Realtors market statistics. Go back into yesteryear and look. I'm not making the numbers up. But if you look at that, you're going to see that house prices typically went up around 4%. And so that would say if you wait 2 years, a house is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 10% more. And so houses are, you know, the median sales price right now is about $300,000.
Right.
So if you're looking at 10%, if you delay 2 years, that's like $30,000.
That's right. Hey, Bruce.
And so my recommendation is if you're renting, interest rates are kind of almost irrelevant because you're already paying 100% interest right now. You get no benefit in the future for rent dollars today.
Gotcha. Hey.
And so I think there's always a good case for not renting, buying a house. You may say, hey, I hope interest rates go down. I hope they do too. We don't know when that would be.
Okay, hey,
But I would lock in the house and then I would think about refinancing it on down the road.
Makes total sense to me. So I've got 30 seconds left. You're still on East Brainerd Road, right?
Have been the same desk for 13 years.
Okay, so the phone number is the same. The website that you're used to, ChattMortgage.com, that is the same. His practicality.
That's all the same. We just got a little different jersey on.
And his practicality is the same too. Thank you, Bruce.
Hey, my pleasure. Take care.
Okay.